Tom Little on the show next with us to have his say. What's he got? Let's see what kind of mood Tom's in. Tom, poor performance, not a great result based on what you would have expected. Give me your thoughts and feelings, mate.
70 days. 70 days I've waited to watch Liverpool Football Club play a competitive game of football again. And that's what I get treated to. You would have thought we were the team that got promoted from the Championship last year with the way certain players played there. Jesus Christ. I sat there before this season and I got a lot of flack. I said, you know what? Jordan Henderson, I'm going to give him one last chance. You know, last season was very poor by his standards. The year before that was in and out with his whole being a centre-back situation. So I went, you know, I'll give him one more chance. I'll let him try and prove to me why he still should be starting in that Liverpool midfield that should be winning titles. That chance is now gone. He's wasted that chance in the first game of the season because that was abysmal. No one in that midfield that started can hold their head up high. Thiago, shocking. Fabinho, shocking. Hendo, shocking. Elliott was good when he came on, but we shouldn't be relying on a 19-year-old to revitalise our performance. It's not good enough. Like, the defence, it was just, there was almost an arrogance. There was almost a complacency or an arrogance that this is Fulham and we're Liverpool. These will bend over and roll over for us and we'll just walk it. No, that's not going to happen. Salah and Nunes. Salah was good, but he never got the ball enough. You're paying someone 350 grand a week, and then for the whole first half, attacking down their side twice. What is the point? What is the point? Why would you give someone that much money if you're not going to use them? Trent, shocking. Matip, shocking. Van Dijk, poor. Robertson, naff. Like, it was just embarrassing all round. And I'm not worried about the rest of the season. Yeah. If anything, this was a result that we needed. We needed, because this will be a proper kick up the arse for certain players, because today isn't good enough. But there is also certain things that I think are getting a bit harsh done by. Luis Diaz, I actually thought he was quite good. I think we relied too much on him in the first half. But even then, he had the woodwork. He had a goal ruled out for offside, which he went offside for. Like, he was still a threat. But the midfield, I can't look past that midfield today. I've not seen a performance that bad from Thiago in a long time. Last season, I didn't see anything like that. We've got Crystal Palace next up, whenever that is. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I don't know. But when that game rocks up at Anfield, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I want Elliott and Carvalho together in that midfield. Because them two were actually bright when they came on. Them two actually cared a bit. Them two showed a bit of passion, showed a bit of work rate, showed a bit of quality on the ball, which is the bare minimum you need from your midfielders at this level. That stat you pulled up there, Trent, 38 times he lost possession. I think he had below 60% pass accuracy. Jordan Henderson had below 70%. God knows what Thiago and Fabinho had. They were trying stupid passes. Roberto Firmino, why? We have had a constant issue with teams where they like to defend deep. Fulham today, they had a high line, but they defended deep because we weren't quick enough on the transition. We were never getting the ball up quick enough, so we were always going up against a team that had a line of four camped on the edge and a line of four camped inside the box. And we're trying to cross it to a striker who is allergic to being inside the box. What is the point? You've got Luis Diaz and Robertson crossing it to no one. Mo Salah's not winning ahead of the back post. Trent isn't winning ahead of the back post. What is the point? It was just naivety, complacency, and it's not good enough. This isn't it's a bad result. It's not enough to write off a season. God knows it, because there's a hell of a lot that can impact all the other teams. You know, City don't have an easy game tomorrow, but what I saw today was shocking, and certain players, they've got to be careful with what they're doing because their positions are under real threat. I'm mainly looking at you, number 14, Jordan Henderson, because that, from a captain on the first day of the season, our captain on the first day of the season used to drag us to wins. You're dragging us to draws with your pass accuracy, your desire to win the ball. Honest to God, who is Neeskens Cabano? Who's Cabano? The man was cooking Henderson every day of the week, and that's not good enough. Next game, Crystal Palace at home, Harvey Elliott should be starting. No doubt in my mind, Jordan Henderson does not deserve another chance to start the game after that. Not until there's fixture congestion and we've got no other choice, because that performance today on the opening day of the season is not good enough. Not at all. And if that was, I don't even know who your captain is, Harry Maguire. If that was Bruno Fernandes on the opening day of the season, would you be sitting there and going, get him straight in the squad next game?
No. I mean, look, I would say this. I thought Henderson had a really poor game for you guys today. Ironically, I thought you got better when Milner and Elliott were on. I thought Milner had a better game than
That's
him.
concerning. When James Milner is having a positive impact on a football match at 37, I'm worried. I'm worried that he's often something.
But do you not feel like there's a little bit of an overreaction here? And I mean that in the sense of it wasn't a great day in the office, but a lot of teams can start the season off slowly. Yes, you off. I mean, you've not had a tough opening game for a while, but you go back to that Leeds game a couple of seasons ago. Yeah, they really gave you a run for your money on that day, but you were at home as an example. The other two games were against Norwich. The last 4 years have been when Liverpool been good, right? So you haven't had a test on the opening day of the season like this. You haven't gone away to a team that's buoyant and confident from being promoted with a decent manager, with a decent squad, with some decent, hardened professionals away from home.
Yeah.
When at the same time you've lost one of your best players in Premier League history and you've added a few new faces in and you've got a number of injury problems as well. I just kind of feel like today was a little bit slow from Liverpool, a little bit lethargic, but I think you're going to bounce back. I think you're going to be great.
I've got no doubt about that. You can have your concerns about players and the overall performance, but you can't write the season. Look at, I hate comparing us to City, but they are who we have to compare to. Manchester City have lost one in their opening 3 games every single year. Every single year for the past 3 or 4 years, they've lost one of their opening 3 games. So they are a team that starts slow. We normally capitalise off that, and we haven't done that so far. And whether we will do, who knows? Who knows if City start the season on fire because of Haaland? But based off history, City haven't started seasons the level they get to. They normally build into the seasons, and you get their 15 win runs later on to the year. So if you're going to write us off, that is idiocy. But you can clearly have your concerns because certain players and certain performances were not good enough today.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just quality, it was mentality. Mentality is the biggest thing. One of the main points that I've heard is City's mentality. It's very hard to win 3 on the bounce. They're not going to have any competition if that's our mentality. We were expecting Fulham, champions of the Championship, who with one of the best performances the Championship's ever seen, to roll over and to let us walk through them because it's Liverpool. They were Champions League finalists. Just let them score 2 and we'll get away with it scot-free. No, teams don't do that, and it should play into our hands when teams are aggressive against us. But when your players don't have the right mentality, you get games like today. You need your midfield in these games, and today it was absolutely abysmal.
No, I get that. I get that. And a few people are saying Terry isn't listening. I am listening. I'm just trying to get there's something I'm trying to get on another screen up here. So I'm looking at another screen while I'm listening with the earphones in. Look, I totally understand. And I get why listen, and I think Liverpool fans should be annoyed at the performance today. It's funny, really, because I've tweeted out the stat that Trent lost the ball 38 times, and all I'm getting in the replies is your attention seeking. It's like, not really. It's just the truth. I'm just putting out a statistic. It wasn't great today from him. And
you expect your most creative players to lose the football. That comes with the territory. You're playing the risky passes. You're trying to play the passes between the lines. Defenders will pick them off.
No,
but when you're to lose it 38 times, that's bad. 38. Like you said, Bruno Fernandes used to lose it 18 times a match, and you're sitting there going, "That's a poor performance." 38, 30. That's academy kid number. Like if 38 is what I expect on the back of a youth prospect coming through at right back. That's what I expect on the back of their shirt. Not the amount of times you lose possession of a football match. There are concerns to be had. But when it comes to I know Thiago got injured. Don't know how long it's for. Do we need a midfielder? Yes, we've needed a midfielder for the whole summer. Is it a little bit more pertinent now? Probably. Will Jurgen Klopp buy one? No. He won't, because whether rightly or wrongly you believe, he's going to give the chance to the kids. He's going to give the chance to
Yeah.
Elliott, and he's going to give the chance to Carvalho.
No,
And
he
based
will.
off of
Yeah.
their performances today, I don't know if you agree. I think they both deserve it. I thought Carvalho and Elliott, when they came on, were very bright, very energetic, willing to run at players, good at ball retention, stuff that I'm watching 32-year-old Captain Jordan Henderson struggle to do against Andreas fucking Pereira. That man was a meme for 3 years. That man was called the preseason bloody Zidane, and we made it look like preseason today. That was embarrassing from Jordan Henderson, embarrassing from Thiago, and embarrassing from Fabinho. When you've got 19-year-old kids who played about 10 games last year coming on and offering more when you need it most, there have to be questions asked there, and they need to pick it up next game, because we've got United third game of the season. And I'm sorry, if we perform like that against United, we'll get another poor performance, and we cannot have that.
Well,
We cannot have that.
let's wait and see how we kick a ball first. CFC fan, and I am just annoyed by these fans actually questioning Liverpool after one game, blowing your wad early, folks. They will be fine. Look, I think I get where you're coming from as well, but I do get the frustration after a performance like that. I really, really do. Listen, Tom, I really appreciate you coming on, mate, and having your say. Top man. We'll chat again soon. Thank